Last time I left this base, I believe did some outpost work mainly. Yeah, we added some more copper outposts to try and feed the monster. Oh, that's right. You're short on inserters. That's a problem because you don't have. See, this thing can't make inserters because it doesn't have uh red circuits. How live is this, Rev? It's reasonably live. Reasonably live. This thing's quite strange. Do you know what? Actually, that brings us to the third and probably the most significant point is that exclamation mark hink in this channel won't do anything. Neither will exclamation mark honk 2, exclamation mark honk 3. None of those will actually do anything. Having said that, however, the Nightbot, it's actually not the same Nightbot. It's a 100% clone of Nightbot. So most of the stuff is still there. Now, having said that, also, if you go to the channel which the Streamlabs bot is joined to and do an exclamation mark hink there. So if you actually go to the Twitch channel and do the exclamation mark hink there, it'll still, because the bot's still listening and still connected, it'll actually still play through. So you can still get it in a really roundabout way. There's just no way to connect it to this chat, unfortunately. At least that I know of. I think the only way around it is to get a new bot, which, I mean, given the RNG of this one, isn't out of the question. It's not out of the question. So yeah, this thing needs red circuits. There it is. Yeah, so in a roundabout way, hink is still there. It's just not here. So you. Oh, I think I missed it. Damn it. Yeah, you. Let's just massage this a little bit. Massage these trains a little bit into going where I want them to go. Because I believe this one on the end, from memory, was the ME train. Yeah, it's the ME train right here. That's the ME train. So if we feed this thing here, we can actually encourage the... Is that the bitrate to YouTube? I think I did. I basically took the stream, the Twitch profile, and copied it across. It's probably not working right, is it, actually, come to think of it? What is it? In fact, let's see. I mean, this is as much an experimentation as anything else. Let's... What is... I'm looking everywhere to try and find stuff. Let's see. YouTube. I'm probably doing it wrong. As actual recommended thing. Make sure it's high quality. I mean, that's self-evident, really, isn't it? Oh, I can't look over there for chat, damn it. Actually, 720 FPS is what you're at right now. Oh, it's probably transcoding it. Using a van... Transcode live screen rate many different output formats. For 4K / 2160, the option to improve low latency is not available. All streams will be improved. Yeah, I should actually be down at 720. Yeah. Okay. Lesson learned. Hang on, what does the stream settings say? Oh, it doesn't actually say. Oh, that's interesting. The help thing says, like, it's got a thing, you know, for the 720. When you schedule events, make sure to check the 60 FPS box and the ingestion tab. Oh, it probably wants to be exactly 60 as well on this too. What's it coming through as actually? Trouble is, you can only find these out when you're live. Let's see, stats. It is 640 by 360. Huh. Yeah, there is no ingestion tab as such. Let me open up the thing. Also, hi, how you doing? As such. That's me. Very good. So we're at 7, yeah, we're transcoding down to 72060. That's for nerds, eh? Mute you, 1280 by 720. Okay, so it has detected, if I do a bit of that, it should actually see... Okay. I'm just waiting for the stream delay. So if I do a bit of movement, then I know what frame rate I'm at. Just to make sure. That's a long delay, damn it. I think I'm... Yeah, there it goes. I think it might be interpolating the frame rate. Hmm. Okay. Where is it? There it is. YouTube can just a lot more than Twitch. 720, 60. Yeah. Normally I use the 59.95 because it's weird otherwise. YouTube stream, but I've heard from other people 10 meg. Yeah, YouTube doesn't have any limitations like others. And the question is, should I restart or should I? YouTube will create a new video. Not sure how YouTube handles live chat. It's definitely weird and different. It's not quite the same. It's your mod view. That reminds me. Shouldn't there be like a powers of you? I can do that though. I believe. I believe that gives you the power. Buffering after the word restart. I believe adding you as a moderator there gives you all the normal powers that you would have. The thing, yeah, no, it doesn't have a mod view. I'm thinking I should probably I'm thinking I probably should restart and change the resolution. Change the encoder resolution. Okay. Hey, it's a saint. Yeah, I'm dispensing power to the people. Already got the prior stuff there. Screw it. It'll be a future me problem. It's going to be faffing about, and it'll probably create a second video, and it's a pain. You can pop out chat. Hooray! You can do all the... Oh! I was like, what is all that honking? It's just... I forgot about that. God damn it. I forgot about the honking rocket launches. I forgot all about it. It's like, where is this honking coming from? I've got myself with my own stupidity. Oh dear. Yeah, you can actually still hit the bots on the Twitch channel though. Yeah, YouTube. I thought I'd give it a go. It's somewhat working. I'll still record the VOD and re-upload it afterwards, after the fact. Goddamn honk. Yeah, but exclamation mark honk and exclamation mark hink won't work in the YouTube chat, unfortunately. Which is rather sad. How are we looking? 13 people. Well, I think that's 10 people have managed to find their way over here from the Twitch channel. Which is a good conversion. I see what you're doing there. It didn't work, actually. Interesting. Anyway, moving swiftly along. What's in that spider? Veldak, you've given me far too much power. Are you on the YouTube? It is, yes. It is. I thought I'd give it a go. Finally. This is a surprise? It is a surprise, isn't it? I thought I'd surprise everyone with it. Not only is it twice in one day, twice in one day, um, like something about being a teenager again, but on YouTube too. Just try something different. Hitting the like. It does help. Goddamn honk. Every time. Why did I do that? It's Veldek's fault anyway. It's Veldek's fault. How to mod on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look up how to do it as well. It's still it's a learning experience. It's learning to stream all over again. It is learning to honk all over again. I guess this thing kind of balances out on its own. No Veldek using people as his shields. Not today. Happy you woke at the right time? Oh, that's a bonus then. I was actually thinking of continuing on Ion Fury as well, but I was like, no, we'll just do something comfortable. Something slow, and we can actually, like, this game can just run in the background, and we can figure things out as we go. We can iron out the details. Speaking of details, I was manually feeding trains to feed this train. You're about 2/3 full. I think I missed that one. Alright. Go there. Damn it! I did it too soon. I mean, there's a lot of them coming through, having said that. Gonna both turn? You are both gonna turn. Look at that, synchronicity right there. It's delightful. Alright, I'll wait until it passes there before hitting the unload there. Temporary stops. I gotta be said, temporary stops are one amazing addition to the game. Train your body for the streams. Yeah, I mean, in theory, you can still do all the mini games on the thing. I just don't know. I don't believe the bot can actually link to a Twitch channel. No, it can't. It's like it literally says Twitch bot, and that's it. That's right. What the hell they had in the earlier stream? Really not a fan of YouTube's chat? Can't easily find a place where you can see at the same time. It's really different, isn't it? I mean, it's like it's there, but it isn't. Yeah. Alright, here come the red circuits. Just massaging in the circuits manually. What does it come to? In a YouTube stream in ages? I've actually been wondering about doing it more often as well. Because, like, in terms of growth, Twitch really isn't doing it. It's not a grower. The problem is I don't want to be wholly invested in YouTube at the same time. The thing is that YouTube also has this algorithm which makes growing a lot easier. And so I've got a bit of a problem. The mod tools are pretty basic but straightforward. I imagine they're pretty simplistic. They're not as well crafted, not as well developed as the Twitch ones. It's probably, I mean, having said that, it's probably exactly what's needed. They're probably not intended to need much more. I mean, because you don't have all the add-ons, and the chat system isn't. It's not. What's the thing called? I can't think of it. I've gone blank. I'm drawing a blank. What's it called? IRC. It's not IRC, so it doesn't have that administrative overhead in the same way. You've just run out again. How hard it was me to use this name on YouTube. Hey, Spellmaster. I imagine fairly, because it's a fairly generic sounding name. Anything, and it was hard to use, so they don't realize I actually gave them a timeout. Haha. Don't have enough trains for red circuits. I have enough trains for red circuits. What's happened is I started pulling up and adding more inserters here, but what that's done is it's had the effect of killing the copper supply. And the make everything red circuit train found its way over here, right at the very end, where the trains are not likely to come in and unload. Hard to remember the password for a Gmail for this account. So yeah, so I've got to manually massage the supply trains over to here to actually get them to to feed the red circuits to get there, make everything going. Alright, you go over there. So yeah, I just got to massage the trains a little bit to get the red circuits, which in turn gets the stack inserters, which means I can get everything going again properly. It's one of those situations you never want to be in, realistically. Finish the YouTube vids and I recommend stays or click live. Hey, it just happened to be there. Yeah, what did we do before? We did Oni. Yeah, the Hink won't work here. You got to go to the other channel still. And you end up streaming here. Oh, this is an experiment. There it is. There it is. There's the honk we know and love. So yeah, this is all waiting for red circuits. This is what happens when you don't grab a big fistful of stuff to replace what you're replacing. You just assume it'll work. You're stopped, aren't you? No, you're actually... I suppose I can stop it now. The thing is that random honks have stopped again. Why have random honks stopped again? It's probably... yeah. Steel this time. Steel? Why is steel not running? It's a clone of Nightbolt. Should be able to use standard commands and add commands. Yeah. But the I don't have the weather commands actually there. Am I going to use concrete? Probably not. I don't normally concrete bases. Concrete's kind of problematic. Oh, I might concrete the tracks eventually, but not anytime soon. Oh yeah, Nightbot does seem to have a long delay when you add commands as well. What was I looking for? Ah, these. So this is the problem with doing the 8 to 16, yeah, 8 to 16 thing. That's just a big old mess. That's just a mess, that is. Oh, we also need to reroute this track here, straight into there. I didn't need to bring the steel trains around there. It was completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary, as it turns out. How many steel trains do I have on this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, where are you? That red circuit terrain. Yeah, I do have some concrete blueprints for the track, but as I say, I don't normally concrete bases anymore. The only way if you see chat is make it pop out chat. Interesting. I think this one should be stopped as well. No, it's actually still going. I could probably stop it though. Here comes the wave of red circuits. The wave of bots as they bring the red circuits. You're actually making more modules. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Full screen hides the chat, so does theater mode. Theater mode actually hides it too. It's a chuckle. I had to think there for a minute. And then I realised. Got me. That's quite the chat. Oh, they're going into storage now. Excellent. What are my plans? I want to try and get it stable at 8K. It can do it in short bursts, but it always runs into problems. Generally supply problems. YouTube compression hates it. Yeah, it's also because it's transcoding. I did the stream settings wrong. So I'll have to work on that. Which handles it better? Twitch is more willing to give you the the native resolution. YouTube doesn't like. YouTube insists on. Oh yeah, the chat thing overlay isn't actually on either. You don't get that. I suppose I could turn it off really. What is 720? Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure what it is. You gotta YouTube encoding's weird. You gotta get the setting. If you get the settings exactly right, then they'll do the exact then they'll show you the actual source. But if anything is slightly off with it, it'll transcode it and you won't be able to see the source. And so yeah, that's what it's doing right now. Is it's actually transcoding. I'm guessing. That means all patches keep running out. Oh yeah, definitely. Let me rewind a little bit. Only thing I don't like is it's not as good quality. Yeah, I saw the playback and it wasn't great. I'm gonna have to try and. It's giving a warning saying that it's not optimal, which means I've got to tweak it a little bit more. But the trouble is I've got to stop and start and do all that. But I might. I don't know. Shall I? It's a pain to stop and start though. Yeah, it's a sneaky stream. I mean, either way, I'm recording this, so I can then re-upload it as the full quality. Yeah, I'm just trying out the YouTube streaming because there's a few things going on. I'm looking at, so with the way Twitch is going, it's in my best interest to diversify, and I do also just want to get familiar with YouTube. It is a thing, and I should be aware of it. I should be more than just aware of it. So yeah, catching up before, yeah. More patches, the mining productivity is getting pretty high, so it's generally lasting a fairly long while, but a few have been running out, but it's generally been supply problems. Before it was a copper problem, now, I mean, well, the biggest problem with Twitch is there's no discoverability. There's no way to build a brand and build a channel. Set the all patches to infinity. Oh, you don't have to. You don't actually have to set them to infinity. Like, mining productivity 53 already gives you, where is it? 520% productivity. So that means for every one ore, you get 6. Every mining cycle gives you 6 times as much as what the patch gives. So a 17 million patch is actually 6 times bigger than that. So that's actually, yeah. What is it? Yeah, one cycle gives you 1 ore and then 5 more free ones. And so that's effectively 6 times? Yeah, 6 times. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Pumping up the mining productivity effectively gives you infinite ores as it is. And yeah, like even 20 million lasts a really long time once you get a few mining productivities going. We discovered that pretty early on in version 15, way back in the day when it first came out, was once you hit mining productivity 50, you start to notice, this was the old 50, so it was 100% percentage increase. You'd suddenly notice the patches would just last forever from that point on. They'd significantly slow down. Like, they stay viable for significantly longer. And Glacier, hey. Also, hi. There. Back to the point at hand. Let us yeet some of them. Eat some of them. Let's go up here and maybe grab some of them. Ooh, a YouTube stream, yeah. You don't get the emotes or anything though, unfortunately. Give YouTube though, don't seem to have a lot of delay. Oh, that's interesting, because... So they're made with no... Yeah, 0 multiplied by 0 is always going to be 0. You got me there. Where's my cursor? There's my cursor. Yeah, what I should do is actually request this crap. Can't have 270 second latency. Not today. We'll grab like a big fistful of these. Should have stack inserters. We'll grab a big fistful of them too. And let's fix this ore unloader properly. Calling for lots. I believe the technical term is lots. Nightbot actually has a canned response for that. That's amazing. Shared on Twitter. Oh, I completely forgot. Thank you. I meant to post a thing. Yes. I meant to do a tweet thing at the same time. God damn it. The right button. Need that link. Alright, let's type this thing. God damn it, Rev. Hinks for all. I wonder if Veldak will be around or if YouTube's doing... I saw that. Oh yeah, you can actually see if anyone's talking in the channel, you can actually see it on the overlay as well. Alright, let's write up this tweet. Honk works now. You got to go to the Twitch channel and type it in because the other bot does the handles the sound drops, and so if you still because it's always listening, it'll always accept it. Yes, the chat overlay. So now you found the overlay of that, and the fact that I hadn't actually turned it off. Yeah, tweet. Bam. I love how it says I'm attempting a thing as a description. I'll get rid of that. Because that's not going to do anything. I don't actually know what does these commands don't show. Yeah, you can by default I think it manually excludes exclamation mark, but I've also told it to mute the bots manually. I'm slowly getting stack inserters. It's a stack inserter thing actually. I want to poke it with a stick. There it is. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for red circuits. Why aren't you getting red circuits? 20. We're calling for 20. You know what you need? You need to be a lot higher than 20 is what you need to be. There we go. Look at the flood of green circuits and gears. This thing's completely out of red circuits, isn't it? It's completely out of... There he is! There it is. It's the Veldak. And there's that stupid red circuit train again. Oh, you're almost full, but not quite. See, if Spellmaster keeps doing that just right, Veldak will never realize that those commands don't actually work in the YouTube chat. I mean, hi Veldak. How you doing? Also, make sure to say hi to Spleens as well. Spleens is feeling fairly omnipotent, I think. I don't know if you can actually see that. Oop, wrong one. There it is. There. Only 7,000 something were made. Not that that really means much. I don't know why I went to the trouble. It's just funny. Won't be able to have a delay on commands. Quite delayed. It is, I mean, the chat delay seems to be pretty long. It seems to be like 20 seconds from what I can tell. Oh, yeah, head was in the way? Oh, yeah. How about now? So the trouble is that there'll be people who complain that, I get my head out of frame. You also had to do all kinds of things. God, Glacier, there's no honk 4, damn it. Well, I suppose hink is honk 4. Alright. Alright, let's make wandery doos down to the smelter. With what we got. Also, why are no trainikins going up there? Limit 0. Limit... Are you cut? Oh. Dear. That would explain a lot. Fine. Fine. This is 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 fine. That's not fine. Share it on your Facebook as well. Ooh, really going all above and beyond. Cheers. Just a bit of a trial. I've been threatening to do it for ages, and I finally followed through on it. It's going to be tricky because the Google usernames quite often will be different to the other names, the Twitch names. Actually, I think I saw... Did I see Akira before as well? Completely blanked out because I was pretty sure I missed a few people. I can't see now. Maybe. I've been so tired the past few days. Even though you normally stay up at midnight. Sounds like you're getting old. Yeah, I just realized I just crossed a 4-lane track without even looking. Holy crap. That's scary. Living on the edge. I need to do something about this too, because apparently this is, in theory, this is actually worse. There we go. Check show logistics. You don't need to do that on anymore. They gave you a button there. The trouble is the button doesn't remember the state. The buttons don't remember. Check rail paths. You actually don't want to do that because that visual overlay is not optimized. A lot of the debug optimizations aren't actually optimized. And they are significant. Having said that, I'll preface this by saying, having said that, with the new renderer, the debug stuff is a lot better, but they are not actually optimized, and they do eat a lot of UPS. 2 months ago, you created this account because you wanted to share some short videos, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Ah! You change your Google name, but don't think emailing places is done by kitties. You can create brand accounts and do it that way. Have a brand YouTube account. I can't remember what I set my YouTube one. My main YouTube one set to something dumb. Alright, let's unplug that. You know, realistically, I could just manually force the thing to 0. Like so. Set train stop limit. There, 0. Alright. real name would have appeared. Adcom, Delcom, commands to what? You failed Nightbot. Set train limit 0. I probably should, in fact, set train limit. Do these one at a time, instead of trying to do them in bulk. Doing them in bulk is definitely a bad idea. Otherwise, I'll end up in the same situation again. Where should the brand sell? Timeshares? Isn't that what everyone sells? When you don't, isn't that what everyone sells when you don't ask them for something? How much is going on here? 1.3k? There's no, the other bot isn't active here. I saw that. Yeah, there is actually. Hey, it's an AK. Hi. Yeah, there's actually two Nightbots. They are clones of each other. One goes to Twitch, one goes to YouTube. Apparently, you can't have the two linked together. They have to be independent. It's actually so they're both permanently active on both channels at the same time. The thing is, if you go commands to one, it'll take you to the command list for. So if you go commands on the Twitch one, it'll go to the Twitch command list. But if you do the commands here, it'll do the YouTube one. Yeah, there is a heist on Twitch running. Alright, just gotta wait for this to drain out. Very important you wait for this to drain out. Because of the whole no balancer thing, you gotta wait. Annoyingly. Otherwise, I would just pick it up. Admittedly, I can just pull up the belt. But yeah, I can't, it can't pull them up. Let's go get drummed. Do I have to turn the... You're gonna make me turn the thing on again. Oh wait, the thing won't show. How's the thing looking? Very nice. Dun da da da. I can turn that off as well. I wasn't sure if I could get Pretzel working on here. Oh, it's peaceful now. I can actually hear myself think. I have this power supply roaring away in the background. Because I haven't bought a... So I've had this thing for a while, for like 2 years or something. I've had the thing for 2 years and I still haven't bought a plug pack for it. So I'm powering it off a big lab power supply. And that's a drum skull. Let's fix one of the GTX 580 GPUs you have. Ooh, took the capacitors from one card and sold it onto the second one. So now you know you can order some caps. Ah, you actually got a case of the bad caps. Wow. Right. Set limit. There's your victory lap. Alright, set limit 0. You know what? I'm impatient. I'm impatient. Set limit 0. Set limit 0. That's more like it. Set limit 0. Set limit 0. Limit 0. Just go up through, double check. Oop. That's why I double check. Set limit 0. Ooh, that flickering. 1, that's fine. Limit 0. Cool. Alright, let's go down and deal with the bottom one. Get that going again. And see who's next. Sending geese to space? Yes, the geese are still in the rocket silos. It appears to be a bit of a steel issue at the minute. Namely, my 16 to 8 thing is causing problems. I suppose I could just throw more steel trains at the problem. That would help it. Oh, a goose just went to space. I'm out of inserters. Yep, the geese are flying again, apparently. Geese are in the air. Young. So stupid. Always supply issues. Yeah, so one of them's moving. The others are not. Change to 16 long, would it reduce the station? Yeah, it would solve the problem. So what's happening is that the steel, so yeah, that's what's happening. I think in theory the only way to solve it right now is to balance it, but I realistically can't like do anything about it. I gotta, how do I fix it? Oh, I'd have to tear the whole thing up, realistically. I could temporarily put a balancer on it. But yeah, and this is basically the thing that needs to be made. It's the reason why it needs to be made 16 long. In theory, this thing has a ton of smelting power as well. Turn off the station. I thought I was. Oh, that is a good. I mean, that is true. Did have it alternating. You're comfy. Get some food. What did I miss? I think I missed a message. I missed something. Oh, there it is. Haven't eaten since 11 AM. Yeah, you should get some food. How do you make a YouTube? Have max space for video and still see chat? I think that's the question we've all been struggling with. Ma'am, keep your thumb to yourself. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. That don't sound right. The whole queue thing, I would have made it redundant. Yeah, more or less. Let's wait for this thing. So what's actually calling for... I think it was down here. This thing was still requesting... Yeah, you're still requesting... No? Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, wire's broken somewhere. Alright, Spidey. Where are you at there? Yeah, you need to investigate that. And the stream, blocked pop-up chat, thinner mode is best. Have your laptop on full screen and typing on phone. Ah, there you go. Oh. Okay. We're on your way. We're on your way over there. Very good train, very good. I suppose, I could handcraft some of these. Let's just handcraft them. Yeah, that needs to be released. We're even, handcrafting gears. Longer on Twitch? Just a trial. Just a test run. I mean, it's off schedule. It's a Saturday night. I'd had enough of arguing with the 3D printer. Been trying to do some 3D printing. Actually, that reminds me. 3D printer was giving me some dramas all day, all afternoon. Because that's what you do after you're completely sleep deprived and want to do something on a Saturday afternoon. Is you play around with the 3D printer. Tell me, does that look flat? How does that look? Doesn't look very flat, does it? Looks like you could almost use it as a toboggan. Look at that. It's like little skis. It's terrible. And this one's even worse. What the hell's it doing? Where is it? Hang on. I gotta. The camera's mirrored. That's weird. It hurts my brain. I gotta do. Like, I gotta reverse it twice in my brain. But yeah, look how curved it is. It's insane. I don't know what's going on. It's like, that kind of thing happens. Well, I say I don't know what's going on. It's because through the process of diagnosing why it's warping and curling, I can't explain why it's doing it, because it's obviously a heat problem. I've tried slowing down the print. I've tried changing the cooling fan settings, particularly on the first layer, where it's most likely a problem. I've tweaked all the temperatures, bed temperatures, nozzle temperatures, extrude temperatures, and so on and so forth. None of them have changed it. Or in every case, it's the same result. I feel like I might need room cold. It was a warm room. Yeah, temperature of the room was pretty warm, again, because the stream was going. So yeah, it was, and it's also a warm day today. The only thing I can think of is maybe humidity, but I don't see why. Yeah, the extrusion itself was good. Like, it was flowing out properly. There's some other stuff that I've got which wasn't flowing out nicely. It would extrude nicely for a little bit, and then it would do this big blurp and leave a big blob. Stream was going. PC is a third heater. It is a third heater. I mean, it's an 8700K running at 4.7 gigahertz. It's a space heater, essentially. Alright, are you far away? I believe the answer to that is yes. Actually, no, you're just up there. What's this about? What do you want about? Have an option for emotes. I don't know what to do about emotes. The Chrome extension. It's snowing here. Chrome XP? What's Chrome XP? Speaking of snow, it snowed in New Zealand in the south. Summer so shouldn't. That is true. Like, why is it snowing on the South Island? Also, I don't remember the South Island ever really. I don't recall it being something that normally has snow. So it raises a lot of questions, if I'm honest. Yeah, Chrome XP. It sounds like a dodgy It's like that Windows XP antivirus thing back in the day. That's what it sounds like. It's just like my scamware alarm is ringing. To be streamed in 8K. Yeah. So what we can do is it's like those it's like we can stream it like I guess like a set of steak knives. You know, we give you the first K now. When you initially purchase it, and then 6 to 8 weeks later, we'll give you the other 7K. 8 UPS. Have you seen Cyberpunk 2070 in 8K? It is 20 FPS. Oh dear. I mean, it's not surprising. It's really pushing the limits of what's reasonably possible. 1 out of 1. Next. You're not ready? Started in Wellington 9 years ago. No, so I think shouldn't happen. I was gonna say that snow and Wellington doesn't normally go together. I mean, I need XP is like XD, sticking your tongue out. Oh. Oh, that kind of XD. I see. I'm just a dumb. I see, yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just a dumb. Right, where's my thing? I blame it on the difference in chat in the chat system. That's my excuse. It's windy, not snowy. Is it where the Parliament is by chance? Or a different kind of windy? Well, it sounds like the geese are attacking the rockets again. And up they go. Beehive was drawn on the back of a napkin in the restaurant. Speaking of geese, guess that one's done. This one's done. Set limit. Frozen pre-made salmon Wellington in the store. Give it a try. Oh, hello train. These trains don't muck around. It's like, give it a stop. Here's a train. Looks good. Next one. Do our thing. Trouble is that it's going to get progressively slower as we do these. Poink. Early, I fell asleep after saying stretched and curled up on your lap. Did you actually fall asleep earlier as well in the only stream? Well, it went quiet. Only sorta. Are you all bringing me stuff? This is good. This is good. $139, $120. Yeah, thought so. Why do I need to replace the stations? Double the number of chests. The original one, in theory, it's fine, but in practice, it doesn't unload the trains fast enough. So I want to cycle through the trains faster. Any dupes die? No, they didn't, fortunately. But we were getting ready to send Sunny Honey Bunny to the third planetoid, which would have been hilarious. So yeah, the unloader normally is like this, which is nominally fine, but yeah, it runs out a little quick. I gotta wait for the thing. Planet Zoo. What, like now? How is it? It's like 4 AM. Okay. Sure, whatever. Anyway, moving swiftly along. Also, I have the wrong thing open again. Where's my thing? There's my thing. Yeah, 5 AM. Good God. So, oh, we have one running. We have one pack of labs. Why don't I use a balancer? To save UPS. So what we do is we balance, and realistically, you don't actually need to balance at any point. You only need to balance at the mining, where you're mining, and that's what I do with the bots here. But you could do it with an actual balancer as well. But yeah, so the idea is you save UPS by not using any balancers everywhere. And we've had this running at 50 UPS at 8,000 signs a minute. Admittedly not 100% running, but probably about 80% running, which is a pretty good result, realistically. Auto host enabled on Twitch? Yes. Yes, it just switched. Yeah, there's a significant UPS saving to be had by not doing any balances. Alright, as soon as you're done, I'm setting you to this location there. Yeah, it just kicked on. Working, door. No. Nope. It's because the jam is because I turned all these off. Maybe not ideal. Right, how are you looking? We're not making inserters. Change the trains to 16? Yeah, I want to change the intermediate change to 16 eventually. I should have done it originally. I need like that. Do. Set up a requester chest here. I've been talking about it for weeks that I need to change it. I just don't want to do it. I think the steel, though, will be the motivator for it. Yeah. That's problematic. A lot of them just aren't running. Yeah, the cycle time's too short. I should have done some more. The calculation said it worked, but in practice, the cycle times, the train throughput times are way too low. Because what I've effectively done is I've made one wagon worth 1,000 signs a minute. Each wagon represents 1,000 signs a minute, with only 8 wagons, which I mean, it works out for most of them, but for a few of them, particularly like coal here, for instance, and stone here, the cycle time's only like 15 seconds. So it comes in, unloads, and the next one, when it starts to unload, or when it finishes unloading, sorry, the next train has to come in and start unloading in less than 15 seconds. That means the train has to be lined up here, ready to go. Yeah, it's a very important thing to consider. It's pretty much why you end up with longer trains in general, really. It's why a Megabase normally has like 4 is a bit. For a Megabase, it's why 4 wagons is a bit of a struggle, or even 1,000 signs a minute. I mean, it's doable, but it starts to get problematic. See SimMap for more details on that one. SimMap smelter more specifically, if you're so inclined. Did you not deliver? Oh no, I was like, did you not deliver this stuff? Yes, you did. I'm just hoarding them all. Yeah, like that. Set limit. Where are we? Up here. I like how it's just a complete haphazard approach. Eat. It's a complete haphazard system I got going on. Alright, so delete the belts here. And delete that. And then we do the upgrade game again. And I hope I don't run out of inserters, and I probably will. Train travel time is only from stacker to station. Shouldn't be that long. The problem is that train travel itself isn't a problem. The problem is other trains needing to travel as well. So that 15 seconds isn't a problem until you until you compound that with it needing to squeeze through 60 other trains or work around 60 other trains. So the entire thing becomes less efficient. Which means that it needs more trains to compensate for the fact that it takes longer for the train to go from A to B and back again. And so you add more trains, and it becomes this death spiral of adding more trains, slowing things down, adding more trains, and slowing things down. Yep. Yep. So they go yellow. I was already committed. So this res, I can't tell if there was a red wire. Technically, it's a positive feedback loop, but we're not going to split hairs on that one. Let's not go there. Let's not go down the root loop path again. Oh dear. No one gets that one. That's an old reference. That's a 2014 Factorio one, that. Eating through. Yeah, see, this is the problem. There's so many plate trains zooming through for the circuits. There'll be half as many at 16 long. Suppose because it has bad effects as negative. I mean, technically you're right there, in the sense it's a negative feedback loop because it's fulfilling more negative things. But in terms of control theory, negative feedback loop means you're feeding the inverse of the output back into the input, which means the output is cancelling out the input. Whereas if you have positive feedback loop in control theory, you're taking an input, changing it, and then on its output you're putting it back in the input. So if you have 1, and then you multiply it by 2, on the output you now have 2. So you now put that 2, you add it, you put it back onto the input, which is now 1, which was 1 and now is 2. Now you multiply it by 2, and now the output is 4. And yeah, and that's positive feedback. Loop go brr. Makes amplifier go brr as well. So yeah, that's the long-winded tentacle. So now you know how control theory works. Now you can do your root locuses and your state space analysis and your PID tuning and all that business. Now you know everything you need to know to do all that. Loop go besod for not setting memory limits. We stream go macro block because lots of moving detail. I'll zoom out a bit, that usually helps it. Positive and negative can be both good and bad. Test negative for COVID, that's a positive result. See, yeah. We actually had to do a virtual one of those. It was interesting. ME has positive feedback loop as well. Remember, requested chest wanting 200,000 gears. Yeah, that was an interesting feature. That was an interesting one. The test one certainly had some interesting results too. Why was there a gap? In theory, this thing doesn't make it. I think every time it stutters from memory, it does produce a gap. Oh, and it run out. Run did it out. In theory, it's not supposed to have the side balancing issue too, this thing, but apparently it still does. How long to fix? Not very long. I mean, admittedly, there's been so many positive feedback loops in that thing. It's hard to keep track of them all now. Floop and floop. Okay, this is pretty much all we've done today. It's not terribly productive. Sitting there demanding you go eat and demanding tribute, demanding a tithe of what you consume. .3 tells me a different story. 5.3 says it's well tested for errors and all kinds of issues. and weird edge cases. It's a guarantee. Never mind the fact that it needed a 0.3. Although I think for the next update for the 1.0, I actually just incremented it by 1. Is that how tithe is pronounced? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, that's convenient. Train showed up. It's be 4.3. Did you even get 5.1 and 5.2? I think those were just recipe changes. I mean, having said that, I'm pretty sure, pretty sure, Assembly Machine 2's is still wrong. Pretty sure. Stretchy, silky shirts. Alrighty. Set limit. Alright, we're starting to get that cleared. Negative speaker. Say old English. Odd sometimes. English is just odd in general sometimes because it's kind of a butchered language. The problem with English is it started out life as one thing. It started out life as like one thing that monks used, and then the French came along and did an invasion, and then they sort of augmented it with their own little bit slice of French. Then the Dutch came along, invaded, and added their own little bit of flavour to it. 1.0 deleted all your blueprints. That's rough. I remember you saying that. That's right, yeah, deleted it for some reason. Yeah, and then at some point also the Romans came along and brought their Italian up with them, and their, Italian and, what was the other thing? Latin. They brought their Latin as well. I'm pretty sure... the Flemish had a go as well, and brought their flavours on. I mean, this is all not in chronological order. Well, it's not in chronological order, but basically everyone in Europe has had a crack at invading England and augmenting the language a little bit. So it's kind of this bastard language of all the invaders. Yeah, there's a few reasons. Latin is a bit of an odd one too, because Latin used to be the language of science. Oh yeah, there's a bit of Spanish in there too. Yeah, that's from... I believe that's from the Crusade days. Because the Arabs did actually push their way through Europe and have an influence. And then the whole... Yeah, that's... I'm paraphrasing and glossing over a lot, but they did actually invade. They did conquer Europe at one point. All the way across to Portugal. I think Portugal also has Arab trade influences as well from the ancient times, going back all the way to ancient times. Latin is nice. I never really learnt Latin. I remember it was a big deal early on in school. But it sort of faded away. Dead tongue nowadays. No one knows how to actually pronounce the words. It's assumed consensus. That is true. Czechs didn't invade England. Czechs have they have other ways of invading. See, what they do is that the Czechs they have the ultimate. Uh-oh, I don't know how to fix that. Oh. I don't know. It was very slow at it too. Like I saw it, I was like, what? Is that a... I don't know. Yeah, it might have been. Oh, it'll be because the spam protection's on default, which means if you have the same thing repeated 6 times, that triggers it. It's really uptight, the default. So yeah, what I was saying was the checks. What they do is that they force everyone into submission and compliance by developing a video game that demands. Ooh, tempting fate there. That demands full attention. It's like administering a drug, but in video game form. And so that's how the Czechs actually plan on conquering the world. Is that they're doing it through video games. And where are you at? On a completely different note. Where are you going there? Go there. Yes, demands all of your time. Cat is asking you to go downstairs. He keeps looking at me in the door. I feel like the cat is also in on the telling you to get food. I think the cat's onto something. Arabic numbers. I've been I should it's funny, but at the same time I've been done by that one as well years and years ago. I was done by that a long time ago. Yeah, like a lot of really good games have actually come out of the Czechs. Are you delivered? That's a laser turret. Hmm. I feel cheated. I haven't actually played any Mass Effect games. I probably should at some point. I probably should play Cyberpunk as well at some point. Cyber Deus Ex. Deus Ex 2077. It is literally what it is, from what I've seen. I'm actually... Do you know what? I've been watching a lot of people play it. And in all honesty, it's not grabbing me. Don't give you a save option, then say you can't do that. Oops. Yeah, caps on that one. Yeah, Nightbot is particularly fussy about that. Now, while we're on the thing, let's have a look. Spam protection. I don't know what the default setting even is. Or what I've set it to on the other one. Let's compare accounts. Login. Twitch. Yes. Spam protection. Excessive caps. Uh, Excessive caps. Did it actually give you a 600-second one, or did it, huh? I set it to... Hang on, options. Excessive caps, subscriber limits. Set that to... So 8 successive all caps letters triggers it, which is a little excessive. Excessive emotes. Now that one should be... Yeah, I set it to 30 on that. The default is 3. Come on, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Set it to 20 on YouTube. Links, excessive symbols, 8. Make that 10 or something. Symbols is one that doesn't normally trip. There we go. Let's try that. Alright, I haven't been paying attention. You've been good. Heat caps as well. Did you know that someone tried to petition to ban dihydrogen monoxide because it killed most people in a year? An article from New Zealand, which is funny since MP was for it. I'm pretty sure that's happened in a few places. It's been petitioned in a few different places. It comes and goes, that one. Apparently the prank goes back a fair way. Why are you making things? What do you need? Oh, you need inserters. You're missing plates. Guess that train is important after all. Yes, yeah, this train's kind of important. Iron. Well, we need to update this anyway. Thingy for ion there. Oh, that is it. Go. I mean, I can use a simple thing now, but I can't show off that I actually know what the things are if I do that. MEI and hold. ME... Unload. Should go down there. Should come into here. And then it should do its thing. Do you want me to turn... yeah, Velda, do you want me to turn the night bat restrictions back on again? Purge? Yeah, it does a mega purge. Because it's... I imagine because they use their own chat system, it can actually retract messages properly. What is the fish for? That's the fish counter. It tells us how many fish are in the network. So it tells us that we have 62,000 fish in the network. What happens is that as we get more fish, this thing increases and fills up with more colours. So I need... What it also tells me is that I need more fish. Oh, that was another thing I needed to do, was this thing is misbehaving still. I can't re-enable it. What I was actually thinking of doing was perhaps just deconstructing everything that's off and restamping the whole thing. I believe there's some pipe. The heat exchangers, the heat pipe, turbines. I think that's it. Ooh. Thingy launched. Yeah, I've been slacking pretty hard on that. Admittedly, I don't think there's any fish left to actually get. Having said that. Alright, let's grab this. I ran a command that disabled it because I wanted to compare the UPS, but it won't re-enable. Like, it says entity active, but it won't entity active. Decon all and Control Z, that works too, but it doesn't work. Control Z. Like, it actually has to be deconstructed. Like, it's still not doing anything. It seems like I have to completely deconstruct it all and re-stamp it. Maybe do one reactor, make sure it's... well, I'm not deconstructing the reactors. Yeah, like that. Yeah, for whatever reason, I need to actually pull up the entity and put it back down again. I mean, there is this thing. This thing's doing the work at the minute. Problem is, it shouldn't be doing the work. Automate fishing. I mean, the problem is... Oh, actually, in seeing that, some fish are coming in range. Like, there's no fish in range of any roboports anymore. I've harvested them all. Like, you just don't see any anymore. Like, there's some that occasionally stray into the fringes, but that's it. Oh, you look around the power plant. Yeah, like even out here. Actually a few more. Yeah, see, it's just completely blank here. I've already cleaned it out. You can even see the line where I've been. Where the fish start again. I mean, there's still the odd one where, like, when you go there and... Once the bots are done. Oh, yeah. So I could just do that. I could just wait for him to do that. And then, Control Z it. Yeah, this is no fish in range of anything. Right, where are you at? Only just got there. There's no router on that, is there? Oh. I'm a dingbat. It's a good thing that, take years to decon. Oh yeah, they will take it forever. Fly over the ocean. Yeah, need the, I mean, the bots were never intended to deconstruct the entire nuclear array all in one go. It doesn't matter, they can just do it in the background. So... I'm wondering if just throwing a ton more of these trains at the problem will not necessarily fix it, but just make the problem go away for now. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, I never released these. These are copper trains. I probably don't want to release them. This ain't exploding. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I've been using that command for well, the structure of that command for years, and yeah, I don't know why it's... I mean, it turned it off as well. I don't know why it won't turn it back on again. Probably in the command history... is... maybe have the original? Just JD the whole build. I mean, he knows all about deconstructing large chunks of builds. Bringing entire multiplayer maps to their knees. Because he marks entire maps for deconstruct. And then it's like, and then complains the bots are really slow and the game's really laggy. Coordinates correct? Yeah, should be. Let's see. I can double check. They may have... Oh, you can see it there. 3820, 1230 to 900 by 1690. So 380... 1230. So 380 is about there. 380? Yeah, 380. 1230 is about there. So here somewhere. Yeah. What was the other one? 900 by 1690. So 900 by 13, 14, 15, 16... 90s there. So yeah, so it is definitely selecting it. It's just weird. I mean, it may be something weird with the iPairs thing in Lua because apparently underscores and commas and really apparently Lua has got the same problem that Basic has, where people use single character names. It's my fault for adapting a different command from something else. I think it was originally... Was it RC? I don't think it was RCeedings originally. But it was before I really knew Lua. Either way. Where's this thing? Oh, you're 20k in your thingy. Alright, let's talk... Oh wait, it's up here. Walk right past it. Less talking, more making things done. Making things do things. Really a big chance it is now a dead zone. It changes the state of the entity. It doesn't change the air. It doesn't affect the actual tiles. Which really needs like another inserter or a faster inserter. Alright. Like that now, is it? This is probably a dumb idea. It's probably guaranteed that this is a dumb idea. Pasting it down. But it's not actually ready. Because what will happen is the bolts will be trying to place it down where... it's trying to take it up. That's right. Yeah, it is, isn't it? What are we doing? 36. 36 people. I have a conversion factor of 36. How's that? What's the time? 9:30. Yeah, give it another half hour. What is the command called? Disable and enable nuclear. So what it does is it checks that area. It checks for all of these items in that area. There. And if it finds one, it sets it to entity.active as false. And the enable is entity active true. Yeah, but you see it's a for the for loop is underscore. It's named as underscore. And then well, the iPairs for loop is, and then the entity in pairs with surface. I don't... Oh, iPairs thing's weird. I don't understand it very well. Like, I get it. You're going through, like, two list sets collectively. But it's weird stuff. Arguably, I probably should understand it because it is similar to Python. First time playing stream is not bad, and it's an afternoon in Europe, so it's sort of a dead area. Yeah, it's a bit of a... Yeah, see, they're all stuck trying to place things now. I'm probably going to need some manual intervention. I think, so, just drop that to 100. So I'll drop some more stuff off here. We'll get a few more of these going. How many more actually need to be done? Just the two by the looks of it. And it might be easier just to do the whole lot at once. That made angry CPU angry. Yes. Bam. Definitely it? Yeah, it's definitely it. Yeah, and it's 2:30 AM in the US. It's quite late. And boop. Yeah, we'll just do that. Feed Feed you some chests. Where are you going? You go there. You're moving very slowly too. Why are you actually carrying? Just inserters. Just inserters. Probably not helping my cause as well, clogging up all the bolts. We can go fix nuclear next. This is just really just all the little odd jobs that would need to be done. All the pre-op. How many deaths in this map? Not a lot. Oh good, you unload them all. Kills all. Four, I think. So yeah, I think it was losses. That was so four. Nuclear. Let's fix this bad boy up. I'm just happy to hear the honking again. I guess the steel train's intermittently working. You're built? Yes. Load. 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 And load. Worst case scenario, we just throw a ton of the trains at the problem. Yeah, it's steel. I guess the second one actually got moving. It's very little. Amazingly, I think more than half of them... I think most of them have been... Command work here? Not the sound ones. Fortunately, there are plenty of people prepared and ready to trigger the other bot. Ooh, ton of them appearing. There we go. Let's get it again. Wonder if when the gang gets updated, the disabled entity just got deleted, emptied. So when you're enabled to... well, the disabled... I thought maybe the prototype names had changed, but no. But yeah, the list isn't stored anywhere. All it does is it scans the map in that area for those items. I'm missing the water pumps. This will help it along anyway. Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of that would do it is if the commander's malformed in some way, which is possible, and I'm not seeing where it is, or it's or the prototypes are changed, prototype references have changed in some way. I mean, the names are all the same, so it should work. It's not giving an error that the names are wrong. 5:30 a.m. and your brother is starting his tantrums over him, hearing things. Damn. Someone needs a beating. What he needs. Where'd I get the command from? I mean, so we gained 3 UPS by disabling this entire array. 2.5 or 3. It was not a lot. There really isn't much UPS drain on nuclear these days. It mostly goes into the, I think into the generators. Generator component. 38. God damn. Really does need a beating. Yeah. I was trying to think where I saw that. They made a point that at some point it's something you actually need in your life is someone to actually beat some sense into you at some point. So you don't think so you don't, like, to beat, I guess the way to phrase it is to beat some humility into you. That way you don't think you're cool and edgy and top of the world when you're actually just scum. All over 20k in the past 4 years and refused to do anything. As the steal and take more and more. Cry for a robber. Hire a masked man. I reckon Tonya Harding knows a guy. Alright, I'm making some progress here. Twitter users need some beating. Twitter users are, for lack of a better description, are essentially that type. YouTube commenters as well. Yeah. If you can dodge, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge humanity with humility. All right. To the drugs have been on for years now. He's yelling, pounding. It's the crazies from drug abuse, is it? That's, yeah. You never can quite recover from that. Even, like, I know people who used to go out clubbing and do, like, occasional stuff, and, like, this, even little stuff, they're just not quite right in the head. If anything, if anything else you can take away from it is don't chase the rainbow. It's not worth it. James there was pounding all night. Institutionalized. Yeah. Ooh, honk. Man, I gotta be careful what I say too, because it gets into that territory of those that keep you alive. Ventolin, asthma. That's kind of important. Also touching on a few things that the one friend of mine who went down that path, he actually also doesn't like talking about it. It's weird. Hey, fun fact, there is a command to spawn fish. Who would have thunk it? I mean, it makes sense. Tell him not to sign the paper. Not sign the paper because yep. Flatlining after bad seizures. Not to sign the paper. It's a mod that adds a duck to the game. We could add a duck to the goose honk sound. Typically we can't randomize the yeah, that's it's getting into Dr. Mick territory now. For those who don't know Dr. Mick Live, he's he doesn't do like straight out psychological stuff, but he's a licensed therapist. He's better qualified to dealing with those sorts of things than me. Jealous about the goose. Yeah, you're starting to lean into what I'm. Yeah, it's I don't even know how to approach those issues. particularly on stream. Stressful? Yeah, that's rough, fortunately. Oh. Jealous about the goose? It's pretty funny. It's just something. Veldek. Is Veldek is the mod? So there's a few different versions of it. There's this one that I've got, and then the Veldek had a Creative Commons one, which can actually be, in theory, published at a mod portal, but it doesn't have the Untitled Goose Game honk in it. Eesh. Upside down from third story window. That's some things there. What's command in Discord? I just want to look at the... Yeah, I mean, you can more or less see it here. Actually, how about you know what, let's... Something smart would be to actually go back to the original and have a look. Let's see, let's bring up my thingy of commands. Looking at a friend when you're young. Ouch. Some of these are not really necessary anymore. Bot charging. That's a fun one. Disable, enable nuclear. So that's your disable list. That's your area. So surface equals game to play at surface 4 underscore name in there's disabled list or entity in pairs surface defined entities filtered area nuclear name. Name equals name, of course, because why make your variable names competent and then false? A save pre-commands? No. How many it was a hilarious command. You can actually see here. So what it does is it searches for player name exterminator, and then it looks for a locomotive, then checks if it is it running at max speed, and then teleports exterminator in front of the train. Coordinates still. This is for the other map. So this is for the red belt base. And the cats are in trouble. One of them is chewing on expensive tree. What a jerk! What a jerk! Such a cat thing to do. Hey, there's a question actually. Thinking about Christmas, do you do a real tree or a plastic tree or a fake tree? Or well, it's kind of implied by plastic being a fake tree. Yes, it's about trains. Yeah, it's it looks for exterminator in the player list if he's active. Then it looks for a train moving at speed, and then if it finds one, the first one it finds, it teleports exterminator in front of it. Yeah, it's hilarious. He was so mad when we ran that command. Boot the mojo, kiss on the cheek. And a boop the snoot for the kitty cat too. The one that's we probably can't boop the snoot actually because it's sitting on the floor, presumably still yelling at you. Fake trees for 35 years. Has to be plastic. I've never actually done a real one either. Family's never done one. I don't know of anyone in the family who's actually ever done one. Did real quickly switch to plastic. Then we had migration plans to go to the US, so we sold that one, but it fell through. Made a hanging tree. Yeah, I'm trying to think who actually does a real tree here, and I can't think of it. I can't think of one that a real one that I've actually seen in recent memory. I can remember when I was younger going to places to like family friends who had real ones, but it was really rare. For trees you're not allergic to. I mean, it's hard to clean up after 1 year. It took us half next year to clean up the spines. Yeah, there's just the worst. All those needles. The other thing too is, like, once you're fully decorated with lights and everything, you have a drying out tree that needs water, electric lights, which are both electricity, which the water doesn't, which the water is particularly, well, the electricity is particularly fond of the water, and then the lights, which produce heat, which is, the dry wood is particularly fond of as well. So yeah, real ones always seemed kind of problematic in a way, in many ways. In the crop. Oh, crap! Damn it, idiot! I didn't click the button properly. Huge plastic one with built-in lights. Ooh. Love the tree. Gotta be careful I don't knock it over. Now, we've all seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, surely, at least once. Could be worse. Yeah, I need to tweak it up a little bit still. As well. But yeah, when the desktop thing, it's a crop of the desktop at 1920 by 1080, because the desktop's actually, so that's the actual desktop, and that's the screen capture of it. So it's only a 1920 by 1080 cut of it. That way you can actually see things. But at the downside, it means that you don't see everything that's there. That's why if you see the actual desktop, you only see a portion of it. You don't see like the icons and the start menu and all that. Actually, if I did that, press start, you actually see there's the bottom of the start menu. Oh look, hi. Hello. I mean, this is getting it going. It's getting it going. 2 rows done, nominally. Looks so different. I'm like, nah, blue lights. Some garland, make a handful of bulbs. Portrait window, the 55-inch TV, so it's small as. Yeah. It was a compromise. I didn't want to capture the entire desktop at full resolution, because then you can't see anything. That'll do. Let's move on to the next one. I'm kind of curious to see what the UPS difference is. What? Where are you going? Oh, that's why you're not going. I'm happy to oh, you're empty. But I'm happy to hear honking. Honking is good. What are we at? We're at 2. We're at halfway. Storage screen, YouTube. Let's put the stream at 4:3 ratio. I'm I mean, YouTube's roots were strictly 4x3 at one point in time. It's kind of annoying. You're at 800. Hey, oh, water. You're an invisible pump, that's why. How much power are we doing now? 12 gigawatts. Wander down here. Lip bite. I swear it's completely involuntary. Poor lip. It suffers a lot. Cyberpunk 2D. Cyberpunk Factorio Punk? How about Factorio Punk? Factory Punk? Cybertorio? Spidertron? That's probably a good idea, eh? You know what? You just reminded me. There it is. Bloop. Bloop. And boop. There we go. So that wire's actually connected now. So the requests here actually do something. But yeah, Spidey would help a lot. So let's summon the Spidey pants. Send you there, and down there. Cybertorio. You know what? Even on top of that, I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. Like, we got multiple spiders. We can get the whole crew on it. Dear. I see what you're doing there, and it's hilarious. Is it optimized? Yeah, it's actually turning it off saved 2.5 to 3.5 FPS ish. This entire array. So I'm actually, because the command won't turn it back on, I'm turning it on manually. But yeah, so all of this I turned off and it saved 2.5, 3.5 FPS. It's crazy. Legitimately crazy. Where are all my bots? I think I ran too far ahead. Yeah, see, my bots are now doing the same thing too. Lips are plump, but I used to bite you all the time. When you lip piercing. You could shift over the mouse button to remove the last movement you clicked. Hi. Yeah, the nuclear is pretty good now. Parallelization that they've done is impressive. Ah, there you are. You're missing all your bots, aren't you? It's missing all of its bots. I know of this. I can feel it. Bite your cheek? Inside of your lip? There's always this one lip that I always bite the bottom lip whenever I'm thinking hard. Whenever I'm starting to really think. Goody. Oh, it's come back for food or employment, have they? Food or pets? Chew your tongue. Yeah, there they are. Bonk. It's a good sound. It's a sound that makes me happy. Quite a scar from biting a cheek. Did a sad meow at you when you talked to him, I think. Someone biting the tree. Power arm sound? Sure can. Where is it? It's over here now. Yeah, it's just 2 reactors, 6 legs, 2 roboports. You could probably drop out these 2 for another reactor. It's mostly held together with batteries. This is purely... I don't know where the combat one went. I had a combat one as well. Which had, instead of roboports, it had shields and I think only 5 or 4 exos. I had like 5 shields in it. As I say, I don't know where it went. I mean, admittedly, don't really need it anymore, just claiming a Spidertron. But yeah, this is more of a building setup. And 1 random solar panel. Yeah, that's just to fill a void. Always do that, to fill that 1 odd gap. You'll cuddle up the kitty cat, even though it's biting the tree. Carry 3 armor, is building, running, fighting. That's when it shows wrong, or Windows is wrong. That's a 6 big downstream. Oh, that's your actual downstream connection that it can download at. The stats actually tells you what it can download at. Or what it's trying to download at, I think. Let me check. Connection speed... No? At least that's my experience, is what it said, is what the actual download is. You kids and your honking. Think you're in India or something, with all this honking going on. Don't twitch? Nah, just a little experiment. Trying out the YouTube stream. Let's see how to go. Megabyte or megabit? It doesn't bother me going between megabyte and megabit, it's just a factor of 8 between them. It's when you go from megabyte to mebibyte, or mebibit to megabit, that you got a problem. Yeah, small b and large b. Don't multiply and divide by 8 easily. Neither do I, but it's it sort of memorized them after a while. It's just, you two have just been honking away like crazy over there. It's almost 10 o'clock too. It's almost time to finish. How many of these do we get going? Third one, not quite. Still sure, I mean, we're pumping out rockets like crazy. What's? I have a feeling you're probably low on copper. No, you're not low on copper. Fancy bees. Yeah, I still complain about the mebibytes though. The bytes which are divided by 1,000. The metric bytes. Initial nuclear builds. These are so nuclear, it has some off ratio, but it works out that you can just use 2 to 1 and it's like good enough. What is it? It's like 5 sevens or something like that otherwise. And the only way to really divide it down is to use a ton of pipe. But if you just use 1 to 2, it's close enough. Yeah, because these may, 10 megawatts there, whereas these consume 5.82 for whatever reason. The only reason metric bytes exist is because of hard drive manufacturers. Because they would divide by 1,000, not 1,024. It wasn't a problem until they started doing it for a terabyte, because a terabyte was actually like 931 or something like that. But yeah, so these are a bit over half. What is it? It's like 11, 12, yeah, 11.8 or something. Stress headache? That's no good. Yeah, it was like 900 and... You can work it out. It's, 1 million billion. And then you divide by 1024 for kilobytes. 1024 for megabyte. Yeah, 953, something like that. 11.64, that's the one. Yeah, it's basically... It's not quite one exchanger to 2 turbines, but it's so close, you might as well just leave it at that and be done with it. It saves on so many entities. Rage when you found out they used different bytes. I mean, technically they are correct. It has the bytes that they say that it has. And for some reason, RAM manufacturers have been getting away from with a similar thing for even longer. They quote RAM in bits. Bits and ranks. It's weird. It's even weirder. Something really non-obvious. It's like 64 by 4 bits or something like that, is what RAM's normally quoted as. Where's Purple Spider? There you are. Yeet. Yeah, they're still all in use. It's funny how hard drive spinning disk manufacturers are all in trouble now. Particularly Western Digital. The classic fanboy favorite, Western Digital particularly, is in a lot of trouble right now. Over the whole shingled magnetic recording thing. Block on your Xbox, YouTube. Better watch on the big screen. Oh, ad block. So it inserts. Surely to have inserts bots if low bots, therefore insert. Let's not go down that path again. Let's also investigate this. Oh. You're a cliff. You're inconvenient to my purposes. Why aren't you requesting cliff explosives? It's a real question. It's a real question there, is why aren't you summoning cliff explosives? I thought I told all of them to do that. I'm fairly certain this at some point did have cliff explosives. I may have been like, you know what, this doesn't need cliff explosives anymore. Let me remove it from the queue. News to you. WD in your case and a Toshiba, both enterprise class. Toshiba is old as well. First generation 4 terabyte. Sounds of grinding ceramic and metallic surfaces intensifies. You're controlled. You're controlled again. Fine. You're not fine. You're fine again. They're all fine. It's fine. Hopefully I'm pretty close to the threshold now where it'll just sort of fix itself. Hopefully. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see a whale. That's not Venga Boys. That's the other perverts. You're not the right Spidey. Finger bus is coming and everybody jumping. Bought the thing and immediately the spacebar broke when bought it. They charged us 102. Never fixed it. Toshiba. That is the most Toshiba satellite experience right there. That sums up a Toshiba satellite right there. In that sentence. Those things are horrific. Can you even still get Toshiba satellites? Yeah, those things were garbage. Like, they were terrible. Terrible laptops. It was like a trio of crap. A satellite was one of them. There was like a compact one as well. Oh, you can actually climb across. Who thought a spider could climb across small gaps? There was an HP compact and what was the other one? I can't remember now. I don't remember. Yeah, there was a period where, particularly like 10 years ago, where Toshiba satellites and these compacts were dominating the market. Like there were these $600 to $800 laptops, and everyone thought they were amazing because they're cheap. Everyone would buy them up. HP notebook 15.7 right now. The HP should generally be okay. Wrong with the Toshibas? Your sister cracked the screen. Paid for it to be replaced. Put an SSD. But is it a classic satellite? The satellite. Yeah, 20. That would have been peak, or just right on the sliding as they started to decline. The worst of the satellites were around 2010, 2011 that I remember. Super plasticky, super cheap. Usually came with like a Celeron or something, if you were lucky. Yeah, if it was an actual satellite, 2015, 2016, I think that was when they started the bottom end dropped out. Do you know that I was looking at hardware and there is no bottom end anymore. It's like the bottom end is Chromebooks now, and then you go up to like you filter by i3, i5, and Ryzen CPUs, and laptops basically start at $1,300. Below that is Chromebook. There's just nothing in the bottom end anymore. Admittedly I haven't looked at i3s, but that's just a joke. Might as well be a Chromebook at that point. Okay, that's reached critical mass, I think. Guy who bought it for you said it was a gaming laptop. Now the cooling fan will function. HP reps told you. Got the wrong warranty. Of course he did. Where's the other Spidey pants? There it is. Couldn't see it. Yeah, I think you've got everything. Okay. Have you received received your offering of Cliff Explosives? Not yet. In the process of getting Cliff Explosives. Interesting. It can't. Can it actually summon? I don't think it can. That was an Alienware. That doesn't surprise me. Oh, it wasn't back then? Oh, that's a really early Alienware then. Virtual laptop last month and there was nothing available. Currency trying to out Alienware. Yeah, everything is full on Ricer now. It's like the mid tier is all RGB now. I remember when that used to be just like the Alienware and other similar manufacturer sort of thing, very obscure things. Now everything's got RGB in it and bling. How are we looking? I mean, we're honking. Good sign. Are we at 3 yet? No. We are honking. Dell laptop. Windows 7. G crashes. Ow. Alienware for repairs. When Dell bought them out and they lost it. Oh, what? Doing repair. The worst thing that can happen with a laptop is it goes in, you take it away for repair. There's such a high chance you'll just never see it again. Or it'll never work right. Or something will go wrong with it. Or that, you'll either never see it again, for like, ever, if you're lucky. Duron 700, holy crap. Pencil draw, the silo overclocking. Oh, yeah, the old, that's an old Duron overclock, that one. I feel like we're struggling on low density. Still. Too bad I can't, like, force this one over to this one. Close case, define how far I tried buying non-RGB components, failed on that so hard. Now I have access uselessness heat in the case because of LEDs. If you've seen the inside of you should see the inside of my PC. The capture card pulsates different colors. All 4 sticks of RAM pulsate different colors. Like the GPU even pulsates. The GPU is lime green and the capture card's red right now. I can see a rainbow coming from the RAM slots. Old ThinkPad, worth $1 now. ThinkPads seem to be doing pretty well at the minute. Must admit. They seem to be getting everything just right. Okay. What did I say? ThinkPad, I mean Lenovo 6. Hang on a minute, I think yeah, I kicked the mute thing. It's just puke in a case. Looked at monitors, not your case when using a computer. Funny you mentioned that, because there are monitors now with RGB rings on the back of them now too. So this glowing ring behind the monitor. It's ridiculous. I'm glad to see that you guys have been keeping up the hinks. You've been going above and beyond to go trigger the other boss. Oh dear. I can't remember what I was doing here. Yeah, I think we converted that. We need to do it to this one as well at some point. In theory. Ah, you're done. I was going to say, in theory, I should see trains at all of these. There. Call it more frequent. I think it's a per user cooldown. I don't know how to change it. I mean, I'd be all about it too. Tell you what, let's have a look at the settings. There. X usage stream chat. Send whispers to users. Dashboard. Short. And timers. Quotes, extra quotes, giveaways, SFX, currency, betting, hang on. Currency, betting, poll, minigames, events, song request, queue, woo, death counter, miscellaneous. Problem is I don't know where all these settings are. They're sort of strewn all over the place. Have the stream deck? If the honks aren't on it. I don't think I put them on there. No. They're not on there. Not yet, at least. Tell you what, we can fix that too. Okay, let's see. Stream Deck. System. Are you? Voice mod, Twitch Studio, Control Center, System. Stream Deck. Soundboard, play audio. Idle. Kink. Open. SPC. Aha. Holy crap. You have 68 gigabytes free. I'm running out of space again. Yeah, I got the camera flip on it at least. OBS. Nope, wrong button. Files. Sounds. You. I have the power now. Because search for YouTube mod commands would return English instead of Dutch. That's hilarious. Hilariously ironic. Oh, all the trains are gone too. Should probably throw some more out there, eh? It's probably not enough. Yeah, no, there isn't actually. Oh no, destination full. That'll do for now. Yeah, Spellmaster, what have you done? What have you done? Hang on a minute. Oh, where'd I go? I'm gone. Oh, there we are. What? Oh, there I am. And there I am. Comes with great responsibility. Okay, can I do this? So we do... that. There. Now look what you've done. Alright, how's nuclear? Nuclear's done. 41.5 gigawatts and 1 gigawatt of you. Are we actually in a deficit? We are in a deficit. We don't have enough nuclear. Actually don't have enough nuclear. How's that? Something. Is it all running? Actually, all like it. Yeah, I think it's all running. I mean, having said that, we're down to 45 UPS, so I think we did take a hit turning it back on. Handsome or creepy? Chat decides. Ooh. Either that or we slowing down because that turned on. We're starting to see some action here. Crazy solar mods. Yeah, that works too. I mean, I am somewhat partial to the Factorio extended solar. Kind of nice. you can try turning off entities. Try the nuclear thing. Kept saying stuck on Kvorix. It's easy. So the way I explain it is with Kvorix, what it does is let's go over here and actually show the recipe while we're at it. The idea of Kvorix is you honk loudly until it gives you shiny rocks. No, what you do is you hand the machine 40 shiny rocks, 5 dull rocks, and it then then some time is consumed, and then it hands you back 41 shiny rocks. One more shiny rock, and it takes away 3 dull rocks. And then the process repeats. You sort of give it this for the shiny rocks and the holding, and then it takes away 3 dull rocks and gives you a shiny rock back. It just happens to hold on to them for safekeeping, so that it can go away and invest and make that and get you that extra shiny rock. The thing that really bottlenecks you with nuclear is the fact that the machine has to hold on to that 40 shiny rocks before it gives you that one actual shiny rock. That's pretty much all there is to it. You give it 5 dull rocks, it gives you a shiny rock back. When it's fully spun up. Problem is, you've got to get it spun up to that point. That's the hard part. Okay. So, more nuclear then. You know what that means? It means copying and pasting. And hopefully this working. Probably won't. You're different. Oh, because of missing belts. I know. I get it now. Trouble is, we also got to catch the fishies, catch the fishies, catch the fishies, catch the fishies, fishies. Very important fishy part. There. Very, very important. Important part of the whole process. It's grabbing the fishies. I'm running out of water. The camera is working, but always messes up the belts. Eventually, have the wrong one on the wrong side. I mean, the alternative is to just make bots deal with it for you, and not have belts deal with it. If you throw it at the bots will sort it out for you in no time. Skull drum hype. Oh yeah, I was looking at the sounds in command. Oh, there we go. There's a global sound cooldown. It was set to 2 minutes. So try that. I thought it was 1 minute. Just go on your Xbox. Dark server. An owner wiped your hard work. Well, there's the first hink. I hate how the resolution's only in minutes. Now the question is, when does the next hink come through? That's a honk. You should have been allowed to do that already. Or were you? No, there was, I think it's queued up, possibly. No? No, that didn't do it. And... Cost 0, stream, cooldown 0, user cooldown 0. No. Everyone's going for it. Hey, KickBackman, a stream on YouTube? Yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. I wanted to try it. I've been threatening to try it for a long time, and I never did, and now I finally have. And now, now here we are, inking away at the bot, because that's what you do. Ink at the bot. Dear. What have I done? It's actually running nicely. Hey, we made it to 40. Hey, we made it to 3 out of 4 labs. We're on our way. Slowly building up again. Oh yeah, while we're at it, we can also fix this thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So now when it, when it runs out, it'll honk as well. Because why not? That's so dumb. That's hilarious. Oh dear. Hang on. Polyphony. There's the other one. There's the one that comes with normally. What is it? It's, there it is. Yeah, I forgot to do the locale. It's a good way to get people's attention. That's aggressively annoying. Sawtooth is always good. There. Perfect. I'm supposed to do that. There you go. Because they're the fuel is actually kind of important. So I probably should resume it. Okay, you're gonna do your thing in the background. It's probably gonna. This needs to call in the landfill. It'll do that on its own accord. I believe it still has landfill here, doesn't it? Possibly, maybe. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, it has landfill. Landrop available portal. Oh, I forgot to load that. Let's have a look quickly, because we're about to win. So let's save it and have a look. I'm kind of curious now. Yeah, I don't want it to be global. I only want the thing to pop up. I don't want it to actually bleat at me. There it is. Too bad there isn't something you can do for mine, but I'm pretty sure I don't really have any sound drops like he does. Mine are all goose honks. Let's see. Come on. There it goes. Hmm.
weapons.
Oh, Jack, they got him all the way up to 10th place. We have always tried to instill a sense of self in Gaylord without being too goal-oriented. Not about winning or losing, but passion.
Vilka?
Actually got the Bilka. Shop smart. You raid or Twitch raid? I don't even know what you
I
do.
can't even believe that's something that's real.
I should have seen that one coming.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is William. I'm doing a bedroom.
0.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is William.
You can get around that one. What was that? Sawtooth. The other ones inherited the clown drop sound. Less than 1% charge. Did it actually flag? It should pop up. There should be a thing that pops up if it detects it.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Each one of those is a thingy. The graph one. The graph one's problematic. They don't have raids as such. At least not that I know of. And on that note, I think it's time to get out of here. 2 hours there. Well, I'm going to drop this. Wait, I'm going to drop this. God damn it! I'm going to drop this one and. Oh no, it's actually baked in, isn't it? Oh, rude. The video just dropped out again. I really need to stop pontificating on that, saying I'll get a joiner and actually get a joiner. Remove tragedy from it. Yeah, graph has potential to be problematic. But yeah, anyway, I think it's 10:30, so it's time to get out of here. We're only half an hour late, so yeah, thank you all very much for watching and hanging out here. This little tangent little experiment thing, while I twiddle around with these. Stupid 3D printer. Damn. Where is it? There it is. Look at that. Look at that. You call that flat? I have a feeling the answer is too much heat and too much heat too fast and inconsistent cooling. So yeah, tomorrow there's a chance I'll try and finish Ion Fury on Twitch tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon or something, because I want to get it done and out of the way. And then it's 12:30, need sleep. Yeah, and then we'll continue on with some more of this. We'll start working towards doing the 16 wagon conversion and get it done. Hydrate, more fingers, looks dry. I actually managed to join them together. Career upload, delete. I'll probably delete this. I don't even know if it's saving, and then I'll upload the proper recorded version of this. Speaking of, I should actually stop recording.